What's going on, fam? My name is Henry, and if you're new here, welcome. Please hit that like, subscribe, and comment if you choose to. Hey, welcome back to my channel. I bet you wonder what happened here with this project. The Victory Kingpin. Well, check this out. Most of us go to eBay to try to find our used motorcycle parts. So I just knew I had it made when I found this front cylinder. Look at the pictures. Hardly any damage. You can't see any cracks except on the mounting. And it has a little chip right here in the exhaust. I could fix that. Also, read the listing. Condition. This is a used front cylinder head. It's broken around the exhaust mount, and there are scuffs on the valve cover. There's also a broken mount as pictured. Sounds legit. Hey, why not? Let's purchase this thing. So, due to that seller selling me some junk, this project won't be taking off anytime soon, which really sucks for me because I really wanted to show you guys. So you can tell I already have the scissor jack under there, ready for it to be lowered it, had everything ready, awaiting UPS. So what am I gonna do? I have no clue, so I might as well just take a seat and we can talk this through. So when dealing with a project like this, we all have to understand that things happen. Things will always happen. So what am I going to do? Just wrap this project up and throw it away and say, hey, a loss is a loss? No, there's plenty of engine options out there. Just ask around between the Vic shop. There's other people out there selling whole good engines on eBay, showing you them running and everything. I found a place here locally that I'm going to go check out an engine later on this week that I might purchase. But don't stop. Don't give up. This project is really that easy. If you have damaged components on here, you just might have to buy another engine to use for a parts engine. That's what I'm doing. Whatever engine I get for this is just going to be my parts engine to help me keep this thing going. When you're dealing with salvage bikes, especially older salvage bikes, there's still an opportunity to keep these things running. People haven't had vehicles that are near 60 to 70 years old just cause. When dealing with older bikes, don't worry. There's an aftermarket for them for used parts out there. If you have to buy a whole engine, buy a whole engine. In this case, a whole engine for the Victory is way cheaper than what it would cost me to get one for the Kawasaki, the Indian, or the Street Glide behind that. So don't worry. Don't put yourself in a panic. This project, you got it for a reason, correct? You wanted to see what you could do. So just because things go wrong, you deal with sellers that have crappy products. Don't let that get you down. Just take your time, have a couple of beers, cry if you need to, or scream in the pillow and get back after it. Because crap is going to happen. Seriously, crap is going to happen while you're trying to put a crash bike back together. You don't know what it is, but it's going to happen. What I've learned from watching another YouTuber, Brandon Picasso, if you haven't checked him out, please check him out. I put his information down below. Please check out his channel. Now he's in way deeper than me, and he is dealing with modern bikes, but he's killing it. No matter what happens, he gets back after it. And that's what's motivating me. This is my first time dealing with a Polaris brand Victory, period, point blank. I've dealt with the Indian. The Indian is great. I love the Indian. This was very easy for me to work on, but it wasn't crashed. It was brand new. So the only thing I had to do was just plug and play, put parts on, and figure out how to program the motor to do it what I wanted to do and not what it wanted to do, which is hard because that computer still goes back. That ECU, that Bosch ECU in there is smart as hell. It will continue troubleshooting itself. After everything I do, I could input something now. It will constantly troubleshoot itself until it figures out whether it'll work or not. And that's weird for me. I'm not used to that from the Harley. The Harley never gives me pushback at all. So don't get yourself in a bind thinking you can't do this. You can do this. It's just some parts you're going to get, they're going to be crap. But not all parts are crap for this. I have plenty of parts on here that were not crap. But you have to realize we're dealing with a bike that's no longer in production. So we're going to be dealing with a lot of used parts. A lot of guys that are in the hot rod community know this exact sentiment. Do you see them just say, hey, I got a 48 Chevy. I can't find current parts for it, so I quit? No, they go on the ham to look for stuff or find a jalopy network. They keep moving with the project. Do not let a minor step back ruin it for you. So will I do this again? Of course, yes. This will not be my last salvage bike. Like I said, I've seen people work with a lot worse conditions than this. This is pretty easy. This is just an engine. That's it. The only thing I had to do really is just replace the rim. That was cheap. That was 250 bucks off of eBay. Great rim. Got the, I thought, top cylinder for the front. I thought I had that with 100 bucks, but that was a bust, as we seen in the beginning. So since the engine is pretty much on hold, I just moved on to other projects on this bike. I cleared out the signals front and back. I decided on my headlight, which is a Harley dude. I'm reaching back. I found a Harley headlight that I think would look pretty badass on this. But I also got a front license plate mount thing I'm looking at as well, where I use halogen lights. I'm just going to continue to create and keep on moving on with this project because an engine is not going to stop me. I found that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of running engines out there that I can grab and use for parts. I suggest you do the same if you have an older project. If you have one part of your engine that's bad, don't replace the whole engine, replace those parts and slowly work up. It's okay. I would have never thought that there would be that many engines for sale for a 2007 Vic. Now, if I knew how to upgrade it to the 106, now if anybody has any information about that, putting the 106 into 2007, now that might be interesting. I don't know if I would have to update the ECU or the wire harness, whatever, because like I said, I have no clue about the Victories. This is my first time. This is my first introduction to it, and it has not been difficult or hard. These bikes are very, if you're just a beginner motorcycle builder or you just want to learn maintenance, outside of the Sportster, I would highly recommend these old Victory Kingpins, highballs, stuff like that. These are very user friendly and they're very forgiving, which, like I said in my last video, that thing was running with a busted top front cylinder, spring oil everywhere. I do mean everywhere. And it was running for 3 minutes, 3 minutes flat, which was cool. With this minor setback though, this will allow me to start concentrating on some more things. So I'm really going to have to start getting out here and talking to the guys in the Victory community, the Indian community, like I said when I first started this channel. So I'll start doing that and start talking to people. And the guy I might get the engine from, if I'm able to pick it up, I'm gonna pick his brain about Victories as well and just do a whole video on that. So thank you for coming back. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And also just keep coming back to see what's going to go on with this. Is this just going to be a loss of money or am I going to get it back? This is like the perfect story right here of whether Polaris should be competing with HD or they shouldn't. Because I'm going to one of their older bikes that I had no clue about and I'm trying to make it work. So with that being said, catch you on the flip side. Thanks again for coming